Infinity Watch is coming. Are they good or bad for Marvel Strike Force? I'm discussing the good, the bad, and everything else with my brother OMG. And if you're ready for an OMG, tell him what to do.
Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Valley Maniacs. I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're ready for the age of the Infinity Watch. They're coming very, very soon, and this is going to be good or bad for Marvel Strike Force. I'm discussing that with my brother OMG. And if this is your first time here, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more great Marvel Strike Force and Marvel Future Revolution content. But without further ado, I am joined by OMG discussing this Infinity Watch. And overall, we're going to discuss their benefits. We're going to discuss their negatives. Overall, do you think that this team, the Infinity Watch, is a good thing or a bad thing for Marvel Strike Force?
I think it's a bad thing for the game. I think all games have a natural progression and power creep. I think this team is power leap. And even though I think there's some really good things about the way that they release this team and the way that the team works, there's a lot of things I like, which we'll talk about. It's not all bad. But why couldn't this team been scaled back 20%, as far as stats? Yeah, and it would have been fine. Because basically, if we look at characters like say Silver Surfer and on, they're just so much better than the rest of the teams and the characters on the it's just not even the same. And that just means that pretty much all the teams that I worked on last year and the year before are not good. And it's like, what's the point in upgrading? Maybe like a character that I really like Magneto or something. Was like, no, I need to focus on these new characters, and that's it.
Yeah, so I do think there are going to be benefits and negatives when this team is finally released. And we got the 4-person team in the game right now. Adam Warlock coming up, and we talked about this being bad for the game because of power creep, power leap. Do you feel that if we didn't get Silver Surfer and Kestra as far as their timing, and this was the next team after the Infinity Watch, minus Silver Surfer, minus Kestra, would you still have your same opinion as if this was a bad team, or would it change based on the timing between the releases?
I don't know. I mean, we're talking about I think the issue I have mostly is Doom, right? Like Doom, we worked really hard to get Doom, right? Yeah. And 10-12,000 people have Doom. You could have just bought, a 3-star Silver Surfer or Kestrel and compared to how hard it was to get Doom. And then now, in Alliance War, the Heroes for Hire team is crazy. And then this Infinity Watch team is crazy. Now, there are some good things about this team and the release method. There's a lot of things I do like about this team.
Let's talk about the positives, because we're discussing some of the positives before we started this video. So what are some of the things that you were mentioning before we started? Because some of them are pretty good that we are getting this team.
Yeah. First of all, I really like the team and the way it works. And I really like how it looks like this team will work as a 4-man team at different times.
And let's just start it off right here. Let's just start it off right here as this show how effective they are as a 4-man team.
Yeah, well, and not only that, but let's say Adam Warlock comes to the game and then you choose to play the team without Phyla or without Moondragon. It does look like Gamora and maybe even Nebula are going to have to make the team work. Those two are kind of the anchors, because I think Nebula needs the assist, which is kind of an important part of the team, especially in the way that we've got the ISOs set up on this team. I don't know what you're recommending, but we're doing all strikers and then skirmisher on Nebula, and it really makes the team work right. You know what I mean? And so I think those 2 members kind of anchor the team, and then the other 3 may be situational, which we also saw with Sinister Six, right? Yeah. And Sinister Six was a team where, some situations, Mysterio is better than Rhino, and some situations Vulture was better than Rhino, and so on, or, which kind of like that. But what we have not seen, and we're all guessing in, is what is the team going to look like as a full 5-man? How annoying is that team going to be with Adam Warlock? We'll see. Now, the other good thing about this team, I want to say, is that Gamora and Nebula, if you're a veteran player, you have them already. You may already have red stars on them. And so it was just a matter of getting 2 characters, Phyla and Moondragon, right? Which were relatively reasonable releases. I mean, we had an event campaign and then a milestone campaign, which in my opinion, those are probably the two most player-friendly new character releases, even over Blitz, in my opinion. It definitely, more than just, selling the packs and that's that, you know what I mean? And so I'm really happy with the release method. And then Adam Warlock is a legendary character, and his release method has been controversial, specifically when we talk about Polaris and things like that. And but I'm of the belief that legendary characters are legendary and they should be hard to get. And I don't think there's any shame in getting a legendary character the second time around at all.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's fine. You know what I mean? And if you want to get Adam Warlock the first time around, expect there to be some pain, and by pain I mean cost, right? And they kind of have really stuck it to us, specifically with the Polaris. But at least Jubilee's a good character. At least X Factor team overall is an amazing team, and Longshot Shatterstar are amazing characters. Polaris and Mom not as much, but it's so these are good things, right?
Yes.
And I do like that, and I'm also excited that it looks like the team will still work as a 3-man or a 4-man, and I do like that, where the Black Order thing. And also, I based on what I've been playing so far, the mirror match may not be as annoying as I once thought it was going to be. I think it's going to come down to managing the defense up and defense down, and then one-shotting characters with Gamora.
Now you're talking about the mirror match as a 4-man team. How much do you think Safeguard is going to change that mirror match when Adam Warlock's finally into the game?
So I've got an idea of what it's going to look like.
Okay.
I mean, you're not the flipping of the Gamora's passive, where she flips the defense up to defense down, is a big deal, right?
Yes.
And so Gamora's going to take a turn, and one of the other members on the other team won't have Safeguard, because it just might happen, right? Safeguard falls off, falls off, and then it gets reapplied when there's Death Proof and others, but it falls off, right?
Okay.
And you have a window right there where Gamora is going to flip that defense up to a defense down, and then her basic attack can delete any character anyways. And that's what's going to happen.
Her other attack. That basic is
crazy.
Crazy.
Her basic attack just deletes characters. So and the thing is the AI is never going to, I'm going to guess the AI is not going to play that correctly. So it's just going to be a matter of waiting and waiting and waiting, going through. The Safeguard's going to fall down. Gamora's going to flip the defense up to defense down, and you're going to see a window to take out a character. And I don't think it's going to be that complicated to figure out, and I don't think the AI is going to play it correctly.
Got it. So we got, and as you see in some of the background footage, we got a 4-man team because Adam Warlock's not in the game yet. How viable do you think this is going to be as a 4-man team? Because obviously not everybody's going to get Adam Warlock in the first iteration. Not everybody's getting, the Polaris in time. Even people that bought Strike Pass, which is where kind of some of the controversy comes from. But it's the first iteration of a legendary character. Who are your top choices for the 5th of this team? I know the footage we have is Kestrel. Before we started recording, you mentioned Doom. Sometimes situationally works better. Silver Surfer sometimes works situationally better. Which of these characters do you think is going to be the best character overall? And then in what situations would you replace them if someone's not unlocking Adam Warlock for this Infinity Watch team?
Okay, so I think Kestrel is the best character in the game, and right now, single-handedly, in this footage right here behind you, Kestrel is shutting down the whole point of Doom, right?
Yeah.
There's so many things that Kestrel does correctly. I mean, amazing. You can't ability block her, you can't blind her, right? She's basically cleanses everything on her turn. She's pinging people with defense down, which synergizes well with Gamora, and then also. Her ultimate strips positive effects away, which won't work with Adam Warlock. But how many times have you just one-shotted a Gamora or a Nebula and bypassed their revive? It's great.
With the ultimate of Kestrel?
With the ultimate. Yeah, the ultimate. And then the special is ridiculous. Anyways, Kestrel is the best character in the game. And so I'm having a lot of fun with there. Now, also, I think you mentioned Silver Surfer, Doom, and Emma actually makes an interesting setup too, because then Emma eliminates the coin flip scenarios, right? which is I actually been using a lot of Emma lately because it just kind of allows me to work around the other team because I'm faster with Emma. Doom is useful because typically when you go up against a 4-man Infinity Watch team, you target the Kestrel and you delete the Kestrel before she gets to take a turn. Well, if they don't use Kestrel, they're using Doom. You're putting yourself at risk of having Doom going off turn 1. Kind of scary.
I think that's what happened with the AI in the first match there. They targeted Doom, just blew up. So Doom may be better for defense in case someone's not paying attention and actually targets them. Is that what you're leaning towards right now?
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that you wait for Doom to take his first turn, or you run your own Kestrel. Kestrel negates Doom in a lot of ways, and then especially if you can get offense up. I believe Gamora can basic attack Doom to death with as long as she has offense up, which is really scary. Because when she does her ultimate, she gets offense up, and then she takes a turn. And you just target somebody else that can die, and then she has offense up, and then you just basic attack, and Doom dies. It's crazy. The team is bonkers, and so I gotta say, for me, largely, I think they did some things right with this team. I think they did some things better than they did with Thanos and
the charge. I like how they did the charge.
Yeah,
with Thanos Gamora.
There's some things I think did right with the team. I also like that you basically, you only, the Phyla and Moondragon were relatively easy to get. Gamora and Nebula have been in the game for a long time, and the only real hassle was Adam Warlock. But here's the thing: is that it's still an amazing team without Adam Warlock today. No doubt about it. And so my only issue with this team is that the power creep, in my opinion, worries me because this team just seems quite a bit better than every team out there, and I don't see the reason why they couldn't have scaled this team's raw stats by, let's say, 20%. It just doesn't make sense to me.
No, I agree. This team is going to outshine every team previous. You're not really going to compete with it from what we've seen so far, and it makes me wonder what is the next one. I mean, there's rumors about Eternals coming next. The other thing that I did want to talk to you about, though, they're definitely going to be the best team in the game. You might not need all 5 members because you were talking about some hybrids potentially, maybe taking out Phyla-Vell, maybe taking out Moon Knight.
Sure.
Would you take out Adam Warlock in any of the scenarios? And
I don't know.
Gamora and Nebula seem to be the ones that people are keeping.
Yeah, this might be. We're going to find out, right?
Yeah.
This might be a 3-man team: Gamora, Nebula, Adam Warlock. It might be a 3-man team, and that's that. And then you could put Silver Surfer and Kestrel, and I don't know. We're gonna have to see how it plays out. It's unknown to me, So it's possibility. I mean, I don't. I know I've been reading on Reddit, and there's some people complaining about, rightfully so, complaining about Infinity Watch and RTA, and that's I think is where it's definitely unfun. You're doing it right here. It's just like, what's the point, man? And it's like, I load up against I need to do bio or something like that, and I load up against an Infinity Watch team. I'm just like, okay, I'll put it on auto, and I'll take my loss.
Hopefully, my next one's not going to be Infinity Watch.
You're just waiting to get a non-Infinity Watch team, and that's the way to play it. And luckily, it goes pretty quickly, and that's not so bad. So it is what it is.
All right. Well, you guys decide. Is Infinity Watch good or bad for Marvel Strike Force? Obviously, there's some positives. There's some negatives to this team coming to the game. But what is going to be the dominant factor for you? Is it going to be all the positives, or is it going to be the negatives? The power creep is definitely real, but there's definitely some good things that this team brings. And it doesn't look like we're going to need all 5 members like the Black Order to make this team effective. So interested to see some different combinations that come out, especially because Adam Warlock removes 2 of Gamora's charges, not just 1. So that allows, I think, for a little more theory crafting. So, but one last question before you go. Are you happy or sad about this Infinity Watch team coming to the game?
Well, here it comes down to have and have nots, right? And I think that's going to be a line drawn in the sand for your arena, right? And if you have Adam Warlock and a full Infinity Watch team, you're probably going to be happy, and if you don't, you're going to be unhappy. I think it's going to be very much a have and have not situation in the arena, without a doubt.
I see it playing like that as well. So thank you, brother. Any other final thoughts before you go?
come master beta test with us on Twitch
All right.
every day.
They're doing
at
their
server
testing.
reset.
They're doing their testing every day on Twitch, guys, and they are the masters of all of it. So join them. Join the MobileGamer crew. I don't know. What do you have? Do you have?
I don't know, man. We're the master beta
MobileGamer crew until they get
beta
the testers. The testers. Join the testers. The links to your video will be down below. Links to your channel will be down below. All that stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Give me a Hulk fist bump before you go. Check out some of my other videos. Check out the Amazon link. It is Prime Day today. Amazon.valleyflyin.com. And I'll see you guys next time. MobileGamer and ValleyFlyin with a Hulk fist bump out. Have a great day, guys. Whoa. Whoa. Infinity Watch is looking brutal.
Pretty savage, man. More savage.